About to do our national anthem here, and we will get this event started. Stand here with us as we show a little bit of our patriotism. You can see folks are ready. Yes, folks, these guys are nervous. They are ready to win this for their country, for their company, and for the pocketbook, and of course, the recognition. We will be coming to you live for the next hour and a half of this event. We will show you the action behind the scenes. We'll show you the scenes, and we'll introduce you to a few of these Masons as we go along. We're glad you're here with us. We appreciate you clicking on. Follow us throughout the event. There's so much more to come. Just come on the way. We look forward to showing you our winners. Of course, the winners advance to go on to our Vegas Championship, the bricklayer event, the one to be at, the one where the prizes are, and of course, the big F250. Here we go, folks. All right. Yes, yes, yes. As we start live here, you'll see various teams ready to go.
Okay, everyone, we can get all the tenders and bricklayers.
Going to do a few announcements of the teams, and we're going to follow along. Watch these guys as they prepare. Their starter courses are laid and ready to go. First course is down, level, strings are strung, and the race is about to rock and roll.
We'll get this thing going.
You see, we have tenders already keeping the mud cut. We've got a ways or so to rock and roll here. Mixers are making the mud. We've got our mud slingers. Thanks here to Ranch Masonry for their mud slingers. We've got guys keeping that mud ready to rock and roll. We are only minutes away from throwing some brick down. As you can see, courses are laid.
All right, got our competitors at the end. All right, guys.
All right, we're gonna get this thing going here really fast.
We got Ranch
Let's listen for the
David
teams.
Chavez and Geronimo Batten. They've been to, David's been to Vegas 4 times. He was first in 2018 and second in 2017, so you got some competition, guys.
As you can see, guys, the stalls are ready.
We've got Brazos Mason.
Ready to go.
We got Luis Manuel Prado.
None of the teams can do anything to the bricks other than have their bricks and their gator boards ready.
We've got another Brazos Masonry, Jose Lopez and Julio Lopez.
Some of our national sponsors, of course. I'd like to thank these people.
At number 4, we've got Ranch Masonry again. We've got Jacob Ramirez and Ricardo Trevino. Now, Jacob's been to Vegas twice.
These guys talk a little bit about our mudslingers. Crucial role, folks. Very crucial role. If they were on the job, they would be the guy bringing the mud to the wall, getting it to these bricklayers, so there's no downtime. And of course, we expect the same out of them. So they're a big asset to us.
Williams. We got Dario Sanchez and John Hernandez. And then in booth number 8, we've got Grossback Mason.
Show you a quick little things we got going on here, folks. These are some of, this is the prize right here. This is the thing everybody's talking about today. That F250 that is the winner for the Vegas Championship.
We got in booth number 8, we've got another Grossback Masonry team. It's Ernesto Cade and Alberto De La Garza. That's our teams for this year. Congratulations, guys. We'll get this thing going here in just a second.
And we are seconds away from getting this thing going. Seconds away, folks.
Just a few more minutes and we'll get this thing rocking and rolling.
We are about to have trials up. As you can see, the gentlemen are at the end of the aisles. They're getting ready for every single moment that they can take and do. Again, every second matters. You can see one of our judges here, Trey, making sure all our folks are ready to rock and roll. They say ready. It's a race, folks. It will be a race. That's exactly what this is. It's a race, but not only just a race for speed, but this is a race for some accuracy as well. All right, guys, we are only seconds away and I'll give you a quick moment to take a peek at what one of the walls look like as they start. A clean wall, exceptionally clean looking wall, and we'll follow the progress of this wall as well as others.
Get ready to start this thing?
My name is James. Show you a little bit about the man behind the face. Here I am. I look forward to visiting with you throughout this event. Thanks for joining us. Don't go away. And if you do, come back. Appreciate it, guys.
Good luck, guys.
Here we go. Here they go. They are off and running.
SPEC MIX BRICKLAYER 500.
We'll talk about various techniques as these guys work the wall. You can see he's throwing his mud down in anticipation of laying 2 bricks on each wall. This is a 2-sided wall in which these guys cannot cross the wall, okay? So as you see what the gentleman's doing here, he's laying mud down so that he can lay 2 bricks at one time or come back and fill it in, because he has the confidence to know that he'll come back and fill that in without having to run down the wall. This saves him time, saves him accuracy, and it allows him to kind of feed on down the wall as he's going. We're looking for good things. Looking for good things. Take a walk here. Take a peek at some of the walls. As you see, they're getting started. Let's not forget about our tenders here. Tenders are a crucial part of this. So he's restacking the brick in accordance to the way that he wants his mason to lay them. He's checking brick for quality. He's checking some bricks that may be kind of out of whack a little bit to the point to where they could throw the wall out of plumb. And again, he's putting those bricks exactly how his guy would like that. He's building his leads, keeping it looking good. Nice looking wall here. SPEC Masonry, of course, local here, San Antonio folks. We appreciate those guys being here. You can see he's getting his lead stacked here, getting this wall nice and ready to roll. As you can tell, he's building up his starter course up here because he knows he'll come back and be able to fill at least those in as he's going along. Ernesto and Herberto, appreciate you guys being here. Watch as he cuts a little bit of this mud. Again, temperatures are really warm here today, folks, and it's super crucial that these guys keep mud on the boards. They keep it cut, they keep it tucked, they keep it wet, they keep it going for our masons. Peek over the shoulder here and watch a little bit of some laying skills. We'll talk about various techniques as we go through different masons, and you'll be able to see exactly what we're talking about as some of these guys, as they're tapping their walls, cleaning the walls, leveling each as they go. Time is of essence. You'll see various techniques. Not everyone will be doing levels at the same time they lay a brick. They use different techniques. They use the strings, they use the trigs. We'll show you as we go along how these guys can put things together. Show you guy here is keeping his wall nice and plumb. This is some serious deductions had the wall not be plumb. He's keeping it looking good. So as he lays his course, he's confident that his wall will be level. He'll run his strings. He'll keep things going. As you can see, he's got his blocks ran right here. His blocks will be moved up as the strings come up. Keep his walls nice and straight, keeps them level. A super big part of this job is the strings, and we're going to show you some cool things about the string as these guys get going on. As you can see, he's laying his bed, nice thick mud's there. He's not necessarily furrowing his mud, but he's laying his beds nice and thick so that when he puts it on there, it's not so hard to keep it level, and he can work from the top. Again, his handy tenders here with him, making sure no chipped bricks are there or bricks that are unusable brick that he would use for his wall, because again, time is essence. You just don't have time to be sorting through and picking brick. Again, this is a double wall. They can only reach over, can't walk across the wall. And again, these guys getting ready to line up the walls and go as quickly as they can. You'll notice as this gentleman, as he's laying his mud down, he is laying down to what he knows that he can accomplish, get done for that moment. And then he'll fill in his leads. For example, he'll build his leads up here and he'll walk down the wall and keep it going, make one fluid motion, come back and repeat the process again. It's Brazos Masonry out of Waco, Texas. Good looking wall, Brazos. Looks nice. Come over here to Ranch Masonry. Get down here and get a good view of these guys doing the work. Ranch Masonry, several times competing here, gone to Vegas. These guys have seriously represented the masonry industry as well as their company alike. We'll talk a little bit about each one of these guys as time goes along. You can see another technique here, using a small level versus his large level, keeping his end brick as level as possible because that is the guide brick for him. So those of you that may or may not have laid a lot of brick, he's laying that end brick, keeping it up and plumb so that he knows the rest of the brick are going to equate to that and be as plumb as the one that he just did. Again, you see his blocks. When I say blocks, meaning string blocks, they'll pull these blocks up to ensure the wall gets level as they grow, and you'll see these strings move as the wall grows. And we'll talk about various techniques on that string movement as we move along here. Again, he's building his leads up, some really nice leads. These guys do this in preparation of knowing the fact that they're going to come back and fill this in, because filling in the ends, keeping this part as level and as plumb as square as they can, speeds the process up. They'll move their strings as they go along to keep the remaining part of the wall plumb, straight, and ready to go. Stand here for a moment, give him a little, get a little shot here. So you can see this guy's wasting very little time. As we call it, no wasted motion. He's keeping the wall plumb from the end, as you can see, because as his end blocks stick out straight, those are his guides, because the rest of them will fall in line. Easier to move the end block than it would be the side block or brick. Super important that his prep on the ends and his leads look good, because again, he will go down this wall in no time and lay this wall as straight as his leads are. It's looking good. Good luck. Again, you see these guys are hustling. Again, this is Ranch Masonry. This gentleman here is Jacob Ramirez. He's the mason. He's 35 years old. He's been here 4 times in our regional competition. This guy is somebody to watch here. I'm telling you guys, I've been to Vegas. I've watched him work. I've seen the truck that he drives. And yes, he is one animal when it comes to laying brick. He won third place last year in Vegas. He not only is just out here for fun and doing this competition, but he's a foreman for Ranch Masonry. Just finished a 35-story building. You can see different techniques of the tender. He's got his brick laid out in angles so that his mason, when he pulls the wall, he's able to just grab the brick, flip it the way that it's already laid out so that he's on the wall. He doesn't have to worry about putting what brick in any direction. Take a peek at him here as he's laying this brick. Again, he's doing a few leads at a time. He's worked his way up. You can see the strings have moved, and so has he. He is moving down the wall, guys. Again, you couldn't do this if you didn't have a proper level plumb starter course. He's working off that starter course with the strings, keeping each brick lined up with the string. And no, my camera is not going in fast motion. Not at all. This guy is rocking and rolling. We're not going to talk to too many of these guys as they're going, because this is one serious competition. We have serious repeaters here that have come back, that are working this. Brazos Masonry out of Waco, Texas. They are here supporting the industry. As you can see, he's laid his mud on the wall in anticipation that he's going to do one row at a time. an important strategy in this, guys, and I'll explain a little bit about this. These brick are extremely dry. It's pretty warm out here. So by laying one course of mud, spreading this mud out, he's able to come back, do that one course. If you put mud across two bricks at times, it can kind of get a little tough because one side starts to get hard on you, and it's much easier to push down, level the brick as you move along when the mud's nice and soft. You see he's scraping the edge of the brick to keep it nice and clean. 2 swipes, as I would say he's doing. A lot of people you'll watch swipe that brick, keeping it clean. Each swipe counts. In general, when the guys swipe across it, it's 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So there you go. That's 3 seconds, which and you'll see in a minute, 3 seconds can lay about 3 bricks really quick. Keep an eye on this guy. He's one to watch, folks. Crowd's getting into it a little bit here. Turn around and watch it from the tender standpoint. You can see he's placing the brick all in the same direction, groove side out, so that he can lay the brick properly the way that he wants to do it. Super important that his tender does exactly what he wants to do, because his role is to lay the block and keep on going.
The competition field, we've got Bud Johnson. Hey Bud, you lift your hand up. Thank you, sir. He's from Grand Prairie ISD. He's been a judge.
Nice looking leads. You can again see that he's got his leads up. He's pulling his strings up as he goes along. The blocks here, again, keep the wall nice and level. And we're going to walk down here a little bit, and I'm going to show you a couple of ideas that guys have got going on I've noticed out here that are really good techniques in the masonry industry, and we'll show you folks at home all about that.
She's going to be a judge this year, so I appreciate that. She's at well, TCSD, TCTC, Arlington. Yeah, I massacred it. I got to massacre something. So, we've got
again, we got Ranch Jacob Ramirez, serious competitor.
Appreciate you being out here, Roger. Put your
Leads
hand
are
up,
nice and straight. And again, I'm going to show you an example of what these blocks do. These blocks keep these lines right up against that brick so that the next course is nice and level. You can see Jacob just pulled those blocks up with the anticipation he's going to lay another course. An excellent way of doing it. He's keeping these brick nice and level. He's doing this because of this as a competition. Normally on a job you probably wouldn't do that because you just don't go this fast.
Best Masonry here in San Antonio. We really appreciate all you guys. And these guys, what they'll be doing is they'll be watching for some of the rules that go on during the laying of the brick. Like,
and we've got Robert talking about some rules, so I'll try my best not to talk over the microphone.
One side of the wall, he can't go on the other sides, and his tender can't hand him anything. So that's just a few of the little rules that are going on right now that you maybe not even know about, that they have to deal with for this competition. And the judges are watching for that, and then of course they'll judge the walls at the end, but they're always looking and always watching what's going on between the mason and the tender and making sure the mason doesn't go on the wrong side of the wall. So that overhand move is something that you don't use so much anymore. But anyway, that's our judges. Everybody put your hands together, please, for our judges. We appreciate you guys. Thank you.
I want to walk down here and talk about a team that we've got here. It's Kevin Ruiz. This is his first time to compete in a bricklayer event. He has been a tender before. Robert McKibben is his tender. And this is a special team here, guys. This is not a company here working. These guys are here representing the Texas Masonry Council. Y'all want to give a big shout out? Texas Masonry Council, there you go. Lewis will be here. I guess he'll be stationed here in San Antonio, but a couple of things I want to point out about Lewis. You know, young guy, has different ideas, different techniques here yet, but a good idea. As you can see, his SPEC MIX blocks. Okay, so he has 3 blocks, not 1 block. It's 3 blocks tied together, okay, or glued together rather. And what that's going to enable him to do is to keep pressure on those bricks 2 at a time. A lot of cases when you have it on 1 brick and you pull your lines, you have a tendency to move that brick 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch, and that's a big deal when it comes down to counting these walls for the judging. Good idea, Kevin. And again, Kevin represents the Texas Masonry Council. His job this year, first time role. A lot of folks have a lot to do with this. The Texas Masonry Council. A lot of folks are in and behind Kevin here. He's going to be going to our high school teachers high school co-op programs, high school construction programs. And he's going to talk about how we can get masonry going. He's going to show various techniques, talk about different programs that we can do for the students. And of course, Robert McKibben, same thing. Teacher in Grand Prairie, right, or is it Garland? Grand Prairie. He's a tender here today. He's representing Grand Prairie and his students. He teaches carpentry and masonry in hopes, I believe, to switch over to the masonry as soon as they go full-blown on that, I believe. We really appreciate you guys here representing that. These guys are here. They're looking for recognition like everybody else, but these guys are here to help the students and encourage those guys to come out and do this. It's a trade that, I won't even say it's a trade, guys. This is more like an art. Walk around and take a peek at some of these guys. Again, he's built his leads up. They look good. And he's come back, and again, he's doing this 2 brick at a time, working his mud, keeping it tender so that he can keep it level, keep it going. Again, one of our former champions here. Looks good, friend. Yeah, Jacob, look for his name at the end of this, folks. Jacob's just a super good mason. We're going to catch up here with Robert in just a second here on these walls, and we'll talk about a little bit of some techniques, but good looking wall right here with Brazos. As you can see, he's built his leads up on each end. He's got them all nice, square, plumb, looks excellent. Now, it's filling it in. There comes the speed process. As you can see, he's speeding along, getting it put down 1 course at a time. And watch this, folks. As you'll see, he's wiping one. He swipes across the brick once, twice, and that's it. Some folks do it a couple of 2, 3 times, just trying to get the brick clean. Important to do it once, swipe it up on the other, keep rolling. Tender doing a good job at keeping it nice, moist, kind of warm out here. Depending on the temperatures, you want to keep this mortar good. You want to keep it workable, and that's what SPEC MIX is about here, folks. I'm not going to talk too much about my company. It feeds my family, but hey, these masons love this product, and it's worth talking about. Pre-mixed, in the bag, ready to go, workable product. All right, we're going to visit with Robert here in just a few minutes. Actually, I'm going to track him down, and we're going to kind of go over some of the tendencies of what these masons are doing here.
Well, actually, this guy's got a pretty good start right here. A little bit about strategies you probably talked about a little bit is these leads. These leads are the most important part. Having a good straight lead, plumb and everything, so that everything in between is laid properly. And they need to make sure these leads are properly done. We have several different strategies. That's one strategy. Another strategy is some of these guys use a much bigger trowel to lay the mud, and then they use a smaller trowel to lay the brick.
That's a good point, Robert. I've noticed a couple of folks, and yeah, trowels, use 2 different trowels has a tendency to really speed them up.
Yeah, so that helps in strategy. Every second counts in this competition. Another strategy I'm seeing right this second is sometimes when the walls get taller, the walls are kind of low right now. These guys put their mud boards up on a couple bricks, so they're not having to bend over as much when they're already working a high wall. So that's another one of the strategies they're using. Also, sometimes these guys bring their boards real close to their wall so they don't have to reach out quite as much. That's another strategy. And there's a myriad more strategies that they use, but this is just some of them, and every second counts, man.
All right, Robert, thanks for those tips. I'll come back to you here in a second. We'll talk about that. Key point Robert mentioned is 2 different trowels. You'll see a lot of these guys are using one nice wide trowel to spread their mud. Then they come back with a small, thinner one that's more workable and easy for those guys. Plenty of help here with us today. We appreciate all these folks here. From judges to our mudslingers. Folks are speeding right along these walls. Again, a nice clean wall. You can see that he's moving his lines up here. Moving his blocks. We're going to get here and just do a little gazing at a professional here. I think somebody wants to win a pickup truck. Again, guys, I'm not filming in fast motion. This is no filter. This man is throwing the brick down. you can see, he's already has his bed rolled double-sided because he's confident in the fact that his leads are level, they're plumb, and he's going to keep on going. He'll get to the end and just turn around and keep going and working down the wall without having to spread additional mud. So you can see Jacob swipes across it one time, saves a lot of time, folks. You see a lot of these guys will swipe across their brick, 2, 3 times, but one time, 1 second. 2 times, 2 seconds. So there's a quick tip for you for folks out there that are wondering, why is these guys doing it this way? Well, in this contest, speed is what it's about, accuracy is what it's about, and every second counts. I'll let you watch this as he's going along. One cleat swipe, then he puts it on the edge of the brick. That keeps him moving forward, so he doesn't have to worry about coming back twice and gathering more mud for the tip of his brick for his head joint.
20 minutes, guys. We got 40 minutes left. 40 minutes left.
We're 40 minutes left in our contest. I want to thank everybody for coming out here. Again, we know with the COVID thing going on, we're doing everything that we can to do our best practices, and we've got a few folks here social distancing. We appreciate that, and of course we appreciate our spectators getting out here, showing off their skill, their trade, their art. Again, Brazos here, Jose with Julio getting after it. In Waco, Texas. We appreciate you guys driving here from Waco. I know it's a long ways. Key thing you'll see in this contest is that guys like to talk about no wasted mulch. I've said it several times. I've talked about it, and I'll probably talk about it more because we get people in and out here. But these guys' job is to cut it, hit it, cut it once, and keep going. And when I say cut it, meaning swiping across the brick. And you'll see this gentleman here, he's laying up another wall because when he goes to lay up his second side of the brick here, makes it a little bit easier because he already has it nice and level, and he's confident of that. So he'll lay up the others, and they'll be right there, right along with it. Again, David Chavez, multi-regional competitor and winner. These guys are from Houston, Texas with Ranch Masonry. Doing a fine job. We'll just stand here and let you see how the man works it. For those of you at home that may or may not know, this is a Vegas winner. Not everybody gets a tattoo on their arm with what they got on their t-shirt for SPEC MIX, and it's in the blood, right? Yeah. That's right. The man wins a truck back in 2018. On the way home, ends up with a tattoo of the SPEC MIX on him. Now that's a dedicated customer, user, and mason. Crowd's getting into it. They know what's going on. They know that time is of essence. We'll just take a peek at this wall. It's an excellent wall. Again, as you can see, he's got the face of the brick face outward so that he can grab them, turn them, and go.
Hey guys, want to take a second to appreciate and let you know who our regional sponsors are. We've got our national sponsors. We really appreciate them. They always and all our bricklayers. And the regional sponsors are who made this happen.
We're going to get over here and take a peek, see if we see some various different techniques.
Help us put this show on for the industry.
Again, you can see he has his lines, folks. Has them going. Doesn't have to worry too much about running his level across this until the end because the string is what keeps it going there.
We really appreciate that. We've got Acme Brick. Of course, Acme Brick provided the brick for this event, so we really appreciate that.
There's nothing like this event, folks. I know a lot of you that may be watching this are probably in the industry, but something tells me there's a lot of people out there watching this wondering what's going on and what this is. This is a competition. This is not your everyday, hey, let's just get out here and do a little practicing with some brick. This is our SPEC MIX Bricklayer event. We do this every year. We do it in many, many regions of the country. This is the South Texas event. Winner here goes to Vegas. I mean, that's a big deal, guys. Goes to Vegas. for a chance of thousands and thousands of dollars worth of prizes, a F250 pickup truck, and of course bragging rights, and a tattoo if they want it.
And you think that the scaffold boards are maybe a minor thing but it's not. That's one of the.
We're gonna go down here and watch a couple more masons.
And we really appreciate it when someone steps up and does that. So if you guys put your hands together, and really appreciate our regional sponsors. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
See, he's keeping his lines level. It's a good-looking wall, friend. Good-looking wall. SPEC Masonry here, some of our local San Antonio Masons. We appreciate those guys supporting our industry. Got the Shadrock Williams crew going here. Laying a clean wall. These guys take it serious. Did a little practicing yesterday, I want to say. And it looks like it. It's a good, clean wall. Keeping it clean, keeping it looking good. Again, let me remind you, one of the awards here is our Craftsman Award. So to win the Craftsman Award, this is a clean wall. It's a wall with the least amount of deductions. It's a wall that's clean. It's a wall that's level, plumb, and obviously showing off their talent. Maybe not the highest number of brick, but we look at the Craftsman and for less deductions, the least amount of deductions, and of course, being plumb. Again, here's a fine example of how someone will use a string and then a string at the bottom. These strings will climb up as the wall climbs up. One of the techniques used by many people is they'll use a block here, they'll put it in between the joint so that when they pull on it, it's less likely to move because there's two brick. And again, we showed you a technique a few minutes ago, spotted out here by Lewis, one of our young, about to be the high school student for the masonry world. We're gonna walk over here and show you again his technique on the strings. Got 3 blocks here, okay? 3 blocks, they're glued together, so when he puts those brick blocks up on there, it's grabbing 2 brick at one time, maybe even 3. That way, as he pulls his strings and moves them along the wall, there are no issues in a sense of moving the brick, which could count you major deductions. Again, he's got his trigs, he's got a pencil tape to it, so that it pulls the lines up and keeps the wall nice and level and going straight. We'll come over and take a peek at Lewis, see how he's doing. I'm sure Lewis has quite a few of his friends, students, familia watching him back home. We're glad to have him here. Drive all the way in from Waco, right? Dallas, up, man. See, there you go. That's what we need. Dedicated folks. Excuse me, sir. Give him there. I know he has students there just wondering what he's doing and why he's not at school. Well, here's why he's not at school. Supporting the industry in a time that could definitely use it. We could definitely use the experienced folks. Let's stick back on these walls here and give you an idea of what's going on here. Folks are starting to hustle and move along. They know how many minutes are left in there. We're getting close to the 30-minute mark, I'm sure. Again, Kevin Ruiz with Texas Masonry Council. We appreciate what he's doing. Ranch Masonry, Jacob Ramirez. Again, one of the contenders, one of the guys to watch. As you can see, his tender's staggering his brick. That keeps him in a manner he can get them done. He's laying 2 beds of mortar because he knows that he can get it done quick. And the mud is staying workable, not getting stiff on him, and then as he does his wall, it makes it a little super easier to mash it down and level as he has it good and moist. And for those of you that don't know what vamonos means, that means hurry, let's go, he wants to win.
Faster, faster.
Glad to have Ranch with us here. Brazos building a nice pretty wall here. As you can see, he's going up single-sided. Not a bad method to do because of the fact that he takes his time, does one wall so he didn't have to reach over, and then he's getting after it and coming back up. As you can see, the same strategy here working here. We'll show you the back side of the wall. It's a little easier for him to see the back side of the wall because he cannot go on the other side. So as he lays the back wall, he comes back, hits it up against the second run, and he knows his other side is nice, level, strings are pulled, it's plumb, and it's just a matter of how quickly he can get the mud spread and the bricks thrown down. Looks good, Lewis. That looks really good. You can see he had a bad brick. Don't want to use that. Don't want to force that. Even though it's not an actual residential project or a commercial building, that would count for points, and that's a good eye, as we would say, good eye, because he didn't want that to come against him. Walk over here and take a look at David Chavez a little more. You can see it's a good looking wall. We're going to just follow him down because he's going faster than I can go. He's cutting his brick nice and smooth, nice and quick. One quick swipe. I know you guys, if you guys want to do it with me, just count the seconds. It's 1001. There you go. See, it's 1 second per brick. He's got it going down, and that's super important, especially when you only have 1 hour for this. He's got his teammates behind him.
Jacob! Vámonos, Jacobo!
And again, wanting them to hurry. Hustle. Name of the game.
Vámonos con la mezcla, ayudantes!
Let's take a peek at our walls here.
Hala, ayudantes!
Again, some good, nice looking straight walls. I'm telling you, this is a competition to be at here, guys. I've seen a lot of these competitions, and we all have beginning walls and we have professional walls, and I'm telling you, this is a competition to be at. I'm excited. It's here in San Antonio, my home market. I'm glad you guys could join us. Keep watching us. If you click off to go get you a bite to eat, bring it back and sit down at the desk. What better place to be? So you can see he lines his brick up with his string, super important. We'll move along and watch some of these strategies here. I think we're going to find Robert here in a few seconds, and we're going to kind of just talk about some rules, because there are quite a few rules in this event.
Yeah, James.
Robert, let's walk over to a wall and talk about some of the rules without messing with their wall, I guess.
SPEC MIX first started doing this, it was just just brick count and go. And they started realizing they wanted to see a quality wall. And that's what this competition's about, is these masons creating a quality wall. So there's a lot of rules here. The first one that comes to mind is the height. You measure from here at this pin to the last course, the double wide of brick, which is finished. And then if that measurement is within a 1/4 inch of the other measurement in the middle, and then another measurement on the other end, then they're okay. If it's not, it's 100 brick deduction. There's also this vertical. If it's true, it's proper, it's level. This will take 4 points, 2 and then 2 here, 1 in the middle and the same other end. And if it's out of plumb, well, your whole wall will be jacked up. But if it's out of plumb, that's a 50 brick deduction. So there's a lot of deductions. You've got, get out of the way here. Here on the brick, we've got brick that can be deducted 25 to 50, depending on what you do. If you've got a brick, you want to come over here. We got a tip brick. If it's 1/4 inch out of regulation on that, that's a tip brick. You have a lip brick like this that's sticking out of the wall more than a 1/4 inch. That's a 50 brick deduction. So this one course, the double wide, is 80 brick. You could actually wipe out a whole course with 1 or 2 brick deductions. Something else we got is we've got head joint and bed joint. The head joint is a vertical joint in the wall. The bed joint's that. So we have parameters for the bed joint and for the head joint width. One of the things we see a lot in the middle of the wall is the bed joint being a little too wide, because maybe they didn't do their leads correctly, and so they're having to compensate in the middle of the wall because the brick are going up like this theoretically when their lead isn't correct. So they have all that compensation. So anyway, those are some of the rules, and there's many more, but
thank you, Robert.
We're talking about.
Thank you, Robert. Well, we're going to get back on the walls and watch these guys, and as they're going up the wall, you'll be able to see exactly some of the things that Robert's talking about. as he's spreading his mortar here, you'll notice one of the things that was super crucial that Robert mentioned that I hadn't said much about is their starting point, meaning they have to be able to have accurate measurements from our twigs right here. They put their tape from here, would come up to here, and these distances have to be within 1/4 inches all the way down. So it's super important on some of the tools that you just don't really even think about that's on the job every day, that which is well, I'll say a crucial part of building the right wall. Take a walk here and look at some of the more of the competitors here. Some good looking walls going up here. It's a beautiful day in San Antonio, Texas. For those of you who are joining me online, I do appreciate it. My name is James. I'm with SPEC MIX. I am the voice behind the camera, or the phone in this case. We are streaming at you live on Facebook, SPECMIX.com. I'm not the only one sweating, that's for sure. We'll watch him as he pulls his strings up. He's pulling them up with anticipation of going down his next starter line, guys. As you can see, he pulls them up, strings go up, mud goes down, brick goes down, plummet, level it, we're going to the next row. That's how it works around here. We got a lot of good people here, a lot of good masons, first time folks, second time folks. Shadrach Williams here, local right here, San Antonio, one of the major masons in this industry. This tender's keeping his mud, as you can see, nice and fluffy. Keeps it going for him. As you can see, Oligero, he has one row of mud. He's doing one row of mud, so it makes it another technique that folks like to use, because using one row is a lot more moist, more soft, more fluffier. He can have brick placement and mash down to a string, whereas sometimes, in some cases, we're in the heat, like what we're having today, laying 2 rows of mud can be a little tricky, because that second row can get a little stiff on you and a little harder to press down and keep level with the strings. So just a couple little things there, something to think about. We do appreciate you guys, Shadrach. We appreciate you guys coming out here. Gross Spec Masonry, these guys working hard, lots of jobs going on, hard to get the guys away from the work, but man, you mentioned bricklayer and they want to come. It's a good time for all. We do appreciate you, James. Thanks for being here. Again, folks, we are broadcasting live with Facebook and SPECMIX.com. We are glad you are here. I'm glad I'm here. These guys are glad they're here. And we're glad to see a lot of our sponsors that are here. And I'll zoom in a little bit, as you can see on our stage up here, some of our major sponsors. I thank those guys, and we'll be doing a little more thanking of those guys here in a few more minutes. But as we're getting closer and closer to wrapping up this bricklayer event, I'm gonna walk around and make sure you guys are aware and watching what's going on. Again, you can see the tender has all of his brick turned at an angle. Many different strategies. For the most part, Mason's making the call. That's what he wants. That's what he likes to see. It's easier for him to grab. He knows all the inside brick are turned one direction. Helps him put them down and flip it. Nice looking wall he's got going here. Again, he's keeping his walls plumb, nice and straight as he goes. One of many techniques that you'll see the guys out here using, tapping the level. And again, you won't see that on jobs too much, only because of the fact they're laying brick a lot slower than what you see here, that's for sure. Not because they want to or have to, but because a lot of time, precision on the job sites, it's one brick at a time, one block at a time, and these guys have their levels out doing it one brick and one block at a time. So there is no deductions. Deductions don't count at work. Again, you can see some of the guys keeping their brick straight, some of the guys keeping them at an angle. This keeps things rolling, keeps it more competitive, and of course, guys are picking up various tips of the trade as they roll along. This is an incredible event that our company puts on. As you can see, the response from a lot of the people that are here, we know that this is a tough time and times are different, but for these bricklayers, considered an essential business, as are we, and this is an essential contest that we put on for these masons so that they could show off their art, show off their talent, and of course, win that truck. Those of you joining me, I'm James. I work with SPEC MIX. I am one of the field reps here local in this market. I am a little partial to this event being the best one there is, of course, because it's mine. But nonetheless, I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you. Getting quick. The event's getting really, really close to wrapping down. No lack of support, that's for sure. Once again, our mudslingers wouldn't be for those guys. These guys wouldn't be. Again, he's cutting his mortar, keeping it wet, keeping it moist, keeping it fluffy, because he knows this heat is something. This will keep it going. We'll come down here as we see him preparing his leads to go a little higher. He's comfortable, confident that he's going to be able to come back and fill these 4 leads in. See, our mudslingers are by no means done. These guys are using an awful lot of the SPEC MIX pre-made mortar. Watch this guy right here as we keep rolling along. Wrench masonry. Again, different techniques for different folks. Putting a nice bed joint in there so that when he comes back it's nice and thick, and he puts it in there one swipe and he's done. Okay.
Moving around or anything, just stay on one for a minute. You want me to talk about it?
Gotcha. We're going to back up here and go down one stall at a time, take some peeks at each individual wall, focus on techniques of one person individually, and that way you folks at home can see exactly what it is that the masons do that's different. Let's take a peek here. Again, this is David Chavez, multi-winner of Vegas. We'll follow him and watch his techniques, and I'll do my very best to keep my comments at a minimum and just watch what's going on here. This is where the rubber meets the road, or where the brick meets the mortar, I should say. And maybe I should coin that one, where the brick meets the mortar. I like it. Again, ranch masonry, no stranger to this. These guys compete. They have company outings. They have little barbecues. They get on Saturdays. They have fun doing this, and the winners naturally come here to compete. It's fun for the whole team. Ranch puts this on at their own warehouse for their own guys, and they have a lot of fun with it. And that's all we're here about, folks. We're here to have fun with this. As you can see behind, another nice looking wall. We're going to walk through and show various competitors here one at a time. Again, spreading his mud for another course, because he knows he's got his other course down, and he's got leads rocking and rolling right here that he will catch up to. Brazos Masonry, one of Texas' largest masons. We're going to get down here and watch these guys and look at their strategies. As you can see, a little different. He's building his leads up as well as one side, with hopes that he's going to come back and put this wall up as quickly as he can. So we're going to watch him as he's going along here and just focus a little bit about what he's got going on. completely different strategy than what we're seeing out here. And again, curious to see what he's got going on here, because this is going to be a really nice wall. You can see he's got one side up. He's laying his mortar down in an effort to compete and catch up with the rest of these guys. And man, this is going to be interesting, I'll tell you that. It's nice to come to different ones of these, because no one event's the same, and they're all great.
Introduce our national sponsors that are here sponsoring us every year. We got Marshalltown. They've been a great national sponsor. They provide us with the trowels. They provide us with tool bags and t-shirts and shirts. Marshalltown's a great national. We've got Ford, of course. You see the trucks up here.
Again, he's doing double walls, double-side brick, all at one time.
We really appreciate Ford coming out.
Pulls his strings out.
They're a great national sponsor.
Pulls them tight.
We've got all these boards you see here, these mud boards.
Again, as we mentioned earlier, some guys running these blocks, they glue 3 or 4 of them together at one time, so when they do pull them, they have a bigger string to grab a hold of. He knows it's wrapping down here, and he is coming back, and he's going to throw his mud down.
With the mixers and these mud tubs. They're great national sponsors, so I really appreciate them. We've got Easy Spread, additives for your mortars to delay or enhance mortars. We appreciate them being a sponsor. And we've got MCAA, of course. They're a national sponsor. They've always been great. They've always been a good part of
Now,
this.
you may see some of these in the wall. As you go down the wall, you see the various voids in the mortar. So these guys will be given a break here in a few minutes, and they'll take a 20-minute break and cool off a little bit, and then they'll come back and they'll be able to tool these walls, and they'll be able to clean up the joints, fill in the voids, because you can't have more than 20, because after that we start to
providing us with those. They're always at all our regionals. Safeway scaffold and plank stairs. We always appreciate.
Again, as you can see, this Mason's preferring his mortar a little more wetter than others, because he's going down and he's spreading as many as he can quickly, faster. He pushes it up a little higher so he mashes down.
You see them on all the job sites, so we really appreciate still. Hydromobile.
Going to move back over here, take a peek at some of our former winners, see how his wall is looking.
But we really appreciate Hydromobile always being out here.
We got Jacob and Richard here.
National sponsor.
Branch Masonry, one of our huge competitors.
They're national sponsors.
No stranger to Vegas. As I was mentioning about voids, you'll see these voids will be finished and fixed in a minute. And I can't wait to come back and show you what it looks like after the wall's tooled.
Which is out of Sweden, and they're a clothing company, and they supply our pants and shirts for the national competition that one of these teams will be going to. So we appreciate Blackladder. Belden Brick is national sponsor. We don't really have to say much about Belden Brick. We kind of know what they do.
I'm gonna watch these guys. As you can see, he's going down the wall. Ranch, again, no stranger to Vegas. These guys have been there. They've competed. They've won the truck.
Then we've got Prism Pigments.
He's now doing each side at one time because he's catching up to his leads, and he knows how important it is for him to stay caught up in this contest, because it is about the quantity of brick, folks, and it is about the quality as well. The quantity gets you there quick, and then the quality, get a little chance to come in and repair a few of the voids. Again, not using a level right here because his strings are nice and tight. He's confident, and he's rocking and rolling.
We really appreciate. So thanks a lot, sponsors, and everybody that comes here. Thanks.
Taking a few minutes there for the sponsors, and we'll get back here a little more one-on-one with our competitors, so that you guys can see what it's like in the finishing minutes of this thing. This is just incredible. There's no slowing down. And again, in the background, you see Kevin Ruiz, Texas Mason Counselor, student advisor, teacher, masonry. Again, you can see he's very confident with his walls, knowing that he'll come back, and not able to come to this side of the wall means a lot, and it's a little tougher on this guy, but he's confident in his wall, and he'll be able to flip side and just knock it out. As you can see, he swipes across the brick one time, saves him time. Time is of essence in this deal. You see a lot of guys here swipe 2, 3, even more times. He's swiping once, scoops the mud on the end of his brick, enables him to keep moving to go to the next one, and seconds, yes, seconds count in this deal. One swipe, gone to the next. One clean cut, gone to the next. That's the way, folks. Masons like to keep it going, keep it fluid.
10 minutes,
That's
10
what wins you a
guys.
competition.
Got 10 minutes, 10 minutes
We got
left.
10 more minutes in this competition. 10 minutes, and these guys will get a little break. Come back in. They'll fill in the various voids that they have.
And we'll count down every minute after that. Then you'll have a 10-minute rest, and then we'll come back for 20-minute tool on
We're
the
gonna
wall.
watch Jacob come to us.
At the end of the tooling, we'd like to get you guys to
Jacob
clean your mud boards,
definitely
put
knows
them
what
in
he's
the,
doing.
Dump them in the
See if we
tubs
can't
we'll
get
put in
a
the
little
middle.
live camera
We'll
action
let you
feed
know in
for you
5
to
minutes.
show you.
Good luck, guys.
We're bringing them, not bringing the brick and mortar to you, but we're bringing the brick and mortar to you, folks. If you're watching this, this is one of our former champions, Vegas winner, knocking it out.
Jacob!
Jacob, Ranch Masonry. Again, Ricardo has his brick, nice, turned sideways, all
Go,
one direction,
Jacob.
so that Jacob can grab it, put it on the wall, and keep on going. You can see as he's going to clean wall, he'll be able to come back, fix these voids with no problem, with ease, I would say. And he's by no way is he far from being done. Again, you can see he's got his blocks here. He's got his measuring starting point with his twigs to ensure the wall is straight.
Let's go.
Height is tolerant to the other end of the stalls. We got Lewis here again with Texas Masonry Council, showing his kids what to do. Watching our tender here go with Ranch Masonry. Again, these tenders, crucial links in this operation. This mud didn't look like this, and it sat here and started to stiffen up over a few minutes.
Go, Jacob!
This man would be slowed down,
Come on!
and his chances for winning the competition decrease. So, as you can see, mud's nice and fluffy, cut just right, got the air in it to where he can come through and match his brick.
Go!
Guys are not messing around. We all work better under pressure, and these guys are under the pressure right now. 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes actually. And again, you may look at this and go, wow, the other guys have a lot taller wall. Doesn't matter. We may end up getting down to where there's some more deduction on various walls to where the less quantity of walls definitely have a chance of coming back and winning this. Get back over here on this wall. SPEC Masonry. These guys are excited. It's nice to see their family folk online, showing the world their skill, their art. It's looking good, it's looking good. Again, this is his first time to be here. He loved laying brick, been doing it for over 30 years. Looking good. As you can tell by a lot of these guys, they're not pouring water on themselves. That's for one thing, guys. This is sweat. This is bona fide. Get out here in the heat, working. We're looking at 90-degree weather, small breeze coming at us, but that's not slowing these guys down. Again, a technique that they cannot go on the other side of the wall. So these guys are laying as if they were on the scaffolding. Again, he's ensuring that the brick's the right brick, ensuring that the brick's not chipped, cracked, turning them the direction that he wants, so that these last few minutes he gets everything up that he needs. Walk around this side of the wall and catch a glimpse of them. Again, I'm on the side of the wall that they cannot come across.
Focus on what?
Oh, okay.
Just tell them, don't ask them.
5 minutes, 5 minutes.
All right,
guys.
folks, as you can see, the action is happening here. I'm going to kind of step back and be able to show you a little bit more of the actual competitors getting going. They are not slowing down. This is a race, and they are doing just that.
Now make sure you
Some
guys
good-looking
on these
walls
fast
here.
courses, when you're really trying to get these brick in, watch out for your lift and tip brick. We get that a lot on these last
This
courses.
wall needs no
There's
mentioning, but
fast crushing at the end.
Jiminy, what a nice looking wall. And mind you guys, this has been about 50 minutes. 50 minutes. Not all day. Not, hey, I need this done by the end of the day. But in an hour, this wall is going up.
Not lift and they're not tipped.
Again, no stranger to saving time, cutting it once and putting the next brick on.
There you go,
You can
let's
see
go, baby.
once, mud. That's the way she's done. Once and done. Of course, if it were me, it'd be about 4 times and then done.
4 minutes. 4
Looking
minutes,
good, guys. 4 minutes. We're going to stand back here and watch these guys compete and get after it. We want to thank you folks for coming and watching. This is by no means over. This is the fun part. This is where you get to see what happened in an hour. And you get to see who wins what, folks. No snow on the ground here, no rain on the ground, and sweat, and a lot of brick. Step in here, these guys are getting excited. It's getting close. 5 minutes and rolling, it's getting close. They're getting excited for their teams, for their family, for their company. They want to go to Vegas. And this is why we do it, folks. Some good looking walls by Brazos Masonry here. You can see Waco, Texas, in the house. Looks nice.
3 minutes. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes.
3 minutes, folks. Let's just stand up and let you guys have a peek at what's happening here. Three minutes and these guys got to put trowels up. They take a small break, then they get back at it. Nobody's slowing down here. Nobody's slowing down.
Let's go, baby.
Thank you folks for taking your time and watching this event and supporting these folks. I know there's a lot of family members of these guys watching. There's a lot of folks in the industry that's watching this. And there's a lot of eyes in the masonry world that care about this event because this is what we're doing. We're promoting the masonry industry. And of course, pre-blended mortar.
2 minutes. 2 minutes, guys.
2 minutes, guys.
Go ahead,
You can see nobody's slowing down. Nobody's slowing down here. Give you some of the snaps here of the folks going on. Like a track meet on a Saturday. Again, every bit counts. Yes, these guys are pushing them. This is where the brick meets the mortar. I coined that one. Brick meets the mortar right now. Right now, it's going on. It's happening. Every brick counts. This is a wall here, guys. This is a former Vegas competitor. His team is pushing him.
Let's go,
He is knocking it down. He is one to beat for this competition. We're going to get a good peek at him and watch him sling this mud and do it the way it's supposed to be done here.
Get ready on your hands on these walls. We got a competition.
Man, this guy, okay, so if you want to watch the finish line on the NASCAR race, we're there. We're at it. This is where the guy is going to cross the finish line for a purpose. 30 seconds, and he is not going to slow down. And I promise you, folks, he will lay every brick that he can in 30 seconds. We'll stand here and watch what he does.
Let's go, David. 30 seconds.
David's rocking. David wants a trip to Vegas. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. He's going to take every bit he's got. Making sure that it's level. He's ensuring it's going. Nice job, competitors. Nice job. Got the crowd here supporting everybody. We're going to give them about a 20-minute break to tool these walls. We'll take a quick walk through the walls here and look at them while they're taking a quick break. And man, what a competition. Third one we've had here in San Antonio, Texas, and man, the work is impressive. Our judges are already out counting the brick. Part of the process that they can do now, they can take a peek at the brick for quantity and plumbness. As far as voids in the wall, chipped brick, our guys will come back. They'll clean the walls up, the masons that is. Once they clean the wall, we'll do a little more judging. Final deductions are made and we'll announce a winner. Big shout out to our mudslingers. Way to go, mudslingers. Thank y'all very much. As you can see, this is one nice operation. This is what we're here for. We're here to show folks that there are folks in this business that want to keep that art going.
We got water here at the end of a FORD tent right here. Water nice just both those places, guys.
Judging will take place now through the next probably 30 minutes or so, 20, 30 minutes. We'll come up with some winners. We'll give away our cash prizes. First place, $600. Best craftsman, $500. And on down the line from there. And of course, first place, automatic trip to Vegas. Our judges in our red shirts here. Yeah, thank you, judges. We appreciate you guys being here. Little Roger and Danny Bryan here at San Antonio. We appreciate you guys. I'm glad y'all. All right, let's hear it.
All right. Like on this one right over here, we're going to measure from 10 up to the first, to the last full double wide course.
Right.
Okay, to the top of the brick.
Exactly.
Got it.
We got judges making sure that they're knowing what they're doing. They're asking questions. They're coaching and consulting with each other. Look down some of these walls here. Again, you can see what's happening here. These guys are measuring. They take a measurement from the pin up and do the same thing at the end to ensure accuracy. We'll roll over here. Again, you can see a fine example of our coaches. This is Victor. He's from our Harlingen Independent School District, teaches our masonry program. This is Sadat. He's one of his former students and currently a student in the construction industry. Hopes to be a mason one day. Victor, I know you have Harlingen Texan watching you, so you got any kind words you want to say to the school or principal for thanking him, any of that?
Hey, yeah, thanks to my principal and my supervisor for letting me come over, and to my kids, my students, hey, you guys be here for the subs.
Thank you, Victor. Victor's been teaching masonry how many years?
My 33rd.
33 years of teaching masonry. He's one of our Vegas judges. He comes to San Antonio on his own nickel. He brought one of his students to help and teach and coach, and you're looking at a former state winner and here in Texas, and a future judge in Vegas, I know, if not competitor. Yeah? All right. Thank y'all very much.
Just
we're going to
a
show you
little
around.
announcement. Make sure to just kind of keep an eye on it. Let's not get too relaxed on the social distancing. So you guys need to, if you can, just try to spread out a little bit.
We are going to walk over here and show a little glimpse of what these guys are here for. Now, they are here for, of course, the glory, tattoos, recognition, you name it. But man, this is what they get to take home, folks. This is what going to Vegas is about. Again, we'd like to thank some of our local sponsors, Acme Brick, La Joyce, TMC, Solomon. Appreciate you guys being here. Got our management member of Foundation Build Material. Thank you guys. Appreciate Jordan being here. Spectators are waiting. Folks are watching the judging. It's taking place. Beautiful day. And again, some of you wonder, how do we determine the winner? Well, these red shirts, as we call them, they are the ones. They are the guys counting the brick, keeping it plumb, They all are in the industry. If not SPEC MIX customers, they're SPEC MIX teachers, SPEC MIX end users of company owners. We collect a whole plethora of folks that have the knowledge. So we're gonna keep walking around, keep showing you some of these walls. And again, this is an example of what a wall can look like in 1 hour, guys. 1 hour. 1 hour. We're getting my camera position right here. 1 hour, and this wall right here can be yours. Good looking wall. We are looking for this team to show some serious numbers today. Excellent looking wall. And again, guys, height is great. Quantity is great. That's what we shoot for, of course. But accuracy could sometimes win this game. Less deductions means more points, more brick count. Again, another wall, one of our serious contenders here. This is a wall to be watching for deductions and or quantities. Got a couple of our judges here, up close action live. They are not here because they have a day off, that's for sure. They are here to work, count these judges. They do, and we do appreciate them. As you can see, we're getting close to wrapping it up and announcing the winner. We do appreciate everybody coming in and tuning in. This has been one spectacular event. You couldn't ask for better weather. We have Bud Johnson here, over 30-year teacher of the masonry industry, Grand Prairie. We appreciate him being there. I know he's got students and family home watching him, and I know he'll be watching this on the way home this evening, I'm sure. So we do appreciate you, Bud. Good man. Ranch Mason, you guys did a good job. Looks good. Some beautiful walls, guys. We appreciate you being here. I'm sure we'll see somebody on stage for long. Speaking of, we'll walk up here on the stage a little bit and just kind of show around as we're getting the judging processes going on. Some of our prize packaging here. Again, Top Craftsman 500 big ones. 600 big ones to the first place. And yeah, that's an award that goes on the wall, folks. Stability level, of course, we appreciate those guys. As you can see, the anticipation is drawing closer and closer. These guys want to find out the numbers, letting the mortar set just a little bit. We give them this break, not only for a little water break, but the break gives it time to set up the mortar a little bit to where it can come in and we can come in and tool it, fill in voids. It's not quite as wet as it was when they laid it. It allows them to strike the mud, clean it up, and you guys will see here shortly the difference in what it does to clean up the walls. Various judges consulting each other. This is not a one-person show by no stretch of the imagination. There's questions they ask. I'd like to thank Sun State here for the sky track that you hear in the background, getting to work to clean things up, move brick around. We do appreciate them guys being here. They're good to us. Stability level. Wasn't for those guys. Speaking of, got them sitting right here in pretty much every stall. There's something that you see in every stall, and when you do see that, I mean, what does that say? It talks about quality, it talks about the fact that they're trusted, they've been here, and they're gonna be here. We're just kind of walking around here, letting you get to see what's going on in the workplace here. Guys are getting close to doing their pre-judging, consulting work. Again, folks, we do appreciate you clicking and watching this. This is the way it's being done these days at various events, and we do appreciate it. We'd love to have more spectators here next year when times are better. but we do appreciate those that are online and watching us. We do appreciate you. Be sure to check out all the products on specmix.com. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram. We're there. We hope that you're there. We're going to keep you advised as we see and know more. Just kind of circle around, show some of the various walls to you people. This is Manuel here. He's one of our judges checking out the wall.
How you doing?
Work here for San Antonio Masonry and Steel. I'd like to thank you for coming here. Thank you, Manuel. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. I'd like to thank Robin Bosick for being one of our sponsors of our scaffold boards, as well as some personnel to be here. Couldn't do it without you guys. And when I say scaffold, for those of you that may or may not know, we're looking at them. Again, you can see the difference in some of our champion walls. Take a look at this, folks. We didn't talk much about this, but as the mortar boards are being risen, they're bringing it up so that it's easier to get to the wall. Again, may not look like much, not having to bend over that much more, but again, every second counts. And you're gonna see this wall right here, the way they stack their boards, the way they have their brick, the way they're keeping their mud nice and cut. They're gonna be ones to watch.
2 minutes before we start the tooling phase. 2 minutes, so you guys finish up your drinks and get back in your stalls. We got 2 minutes to go.
Got just 2 minutes before these guys can start cleaning up. And then once they do that, we'll get the process on to do our final judging and announce our awards. What do you think about it, Jacob?
Oh, so good.
Huh?
Good competition.
Good?
Yeah.
You feel good about your wall?
I think so.
It's a good looking wall.
Yeah.
Well, we do appreciate you guys coming here, man, all the way from Houston. We appreciate you being here. Feel good about what you got? Looks good, nice, clean wall. Again, our judges are wrapping it up, and these guys are going to get busy back to tooling. This is David. Taking a peek at his wall. I'm sure he likes what he sees. Let's go over and see if we can ask him a couple questions. What do you think? You think you did a good job?
Yeah.
Think you're a contender, are you?
Maybe.
Yeah? Anything you would have done different?
Everybody get to your stalls.
Oh, yeah?
2 minutes.
All right, well, we'll get ready for you to clean your wall up. We look to see what you got going on for us here. Good job. Good man. It's the winner of our Vegas truck. Previous years, 2018 in Vegas. No stranger to that at all. Looking forward to seeing what he can come up with on these walls here. Great weather for this. Great days. You can see we'll skim across some of these walls here. We'll get a little bird's eye view of these walls. These guys are about to step in and start cleaning their walls within a minute here. No second guessing on any of this. Our judges are comparing notes. They review their notes and then they go back and look at them again. It's a big deal. Every deduction counts, so everybody's doing everything they can to ensure that everybody's on the same page. Again, Danny and Roger helping us out here. We do appreciate those guys being our judges. Guys are lining up, getting ready to be on the wall and do their cleaning. This is the fun part. This is where you get to see the finishing touches, as I would say. Again, you'll see this wall here
All right, teams, your
become a
stalls.
clean wall.
Stalls up.
Here they go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Here they go. These guys are now
Now you have
tooling the
20
wall.
minutes now. Your tender can, both of you can go on either side of the wall, but your tender cannot touch the wall or hand you anything. So your tender can go on both sides of the wall just like you, but he can't hand you anything and he cannot touch the wall.
To show you one of the tips here, or the tricks of the trade at this contest. You can see our tender, he has a ruler in his hand, and that ruler is not because he's measuring anything, he's pointing out stuff to him. So as he goes down the wall and he doesn't have time to look, his tender will point out various voids, something he may have missed. As you can see, this is team, this is effort, this is strategizing. Walk down here and take a look at some of the various ways these guys are cleaning these walls. Come down here and take a peek. You see he's keeping a little mud on his trowel, coming in, tooling his walls. He'll later come back and throw a brush across it to clean them up. Again, you see he scoops what he needs. He continues to go from there. And again, his tender's helping him out, pointing out some of the voids. These guys are allowed a certain amount of voids, but anything over 20 will be serious deduction, so they try their best to come in and fill in any of the repairable voids, that is. Let's go over here and take a look at Ranch's wall. These are some of our serious Vegas competitors. We'll stay on the wall here and watch him for a few minutes as he tools. Again, a different technique. You can see he keeps the excess mortar in his hands and uses as necessary and tools along vertically and diagonally. Different guys use different tools. Again, you can see he keeps the mud in his hand. Very artistic. We'll move along here and take a peek, and you can see various techniques as these guys point out voids. They're helping each other, encouraging each other to repair what they can. Good job, guys. Again, another technique used by masons as they come along with their trowel and spread their joints and do their tuck pointing. These guys are doing the final touches. Behind the action here. Take a look over here again at one of our serious competitors. See how he's doing on his walls. Get in here at the action. Again, where the brick meets the mortar. Kind of like that. Folks at home, in offices, vehicles, this is what it's about. They're tooling their walls. They have about 15 more minutes to do this. Once they do that, they'll come in and do their final judging, and these guys will be done. Again, part of the coolest part of my job is I get to watch this. I get to see the product that I move and sell go up on the wall. I get to see the folks that use my walls, my mortar rather. It's a nice event. It's a nice place to be. Again, you can see the difference in the wall after it's been tooled a bit. We'll come back and he'll brush it, he'll clean it. circle you around here, show you a little bit of the festivities. We've got all of our crowds here cleaning, tooling. Well, back over here, take a peek at some other walls as we got going on here. Again, we'll get a little live view up here of him doing his tooling work. This is the stuff that masons are made of. How many years you been doing this? 40? 40? 44?
Oh, 30.
30. 30 years. 30 years. And you're 30 years old, right?
42.
Again, you see the tender with his ruler pointing out, because he can't do anything to the wall or touch the wall, but he can certainly point out what needs to happen. And we'll come over here and take a peek at one of these walls, former champion. Try not to disturb them too much, but we're going to get a little bird's eye view of what's going down here. Again, you can see him pointing out in little areas that he wants to make sure his teammate comes back and fills in, because it is a team effort. Both these guys would go to Vegas should that be the case. So it is just as important to that tender as it is to that mason that they do what they can do to win the big prize. Again, guys, it's been my pleasure to be here. It's by far not over. I'm James. I'm with SPEC MIX in the San Antonio, Austin, South Texas market, and it's my honor that you guys tuned in to watch this event. It's for your responses and your viewing that make this one big successful event worldwide, and we are looking forward to it. Again, David Chavez, former winner. Take a peek at some of his wall cleaning here once more. We'll get over here and kind of get a bird's eye view of the cleaning he's got going on. These guys are getting after it. Let's move over here and get a better little view of what he's got going on. Get over here so we can get a better view of his tooling techniques. And for our audience that's watching that may or may not be a mason, this is no do-it-yourself program. These are professionals. We are currently in the stage of tooling the wall, repairing voids. These walls that you see that these guys are tooling went up in 1 hour. 1 hour. Carson is one of our judges. Carson, how many brick counts are you seeing out here today?
There's definitely over 600 for sure. 600,
that's good.
I'm looking for chip bricks right now.
Good job. I'm gonna leave him alone, let him do his part. 600 brick count, some nice, and we're talking 1 hour, guys. Some nice numbers for 1 hour, 600 brick. For those that just tuned in, this wall started exactly an hour ago. 1 hour ago, and this wall is what it is. One of our contenders for Vegas here, as we watch him tool his wall, and his tender helping him out, lining out where he needs to fill in the voids. This is a chance where they get an opportunity to fix anything that looks out of whack or cosmetically could cost them some points. Tender's not allowed to touch, but he can certainly use stick, tape measure, whatever he needs to do to let his teammate know what needs to be taken care of. The hands of an artist right there, guys. A lot of people refer to electricians and plumbers and masons as tradesmen, and that's true, but you can't tell me that's not art. We'll just get out there and do this. But we do appreciate those that want to, that get up every morning and use our products on their wall and in their block. We appreciate their companies, and we appreciate you guys being here and watching this with us. Some more tooling here on the wall. It's a good looking wall. We'll stand here and let him come to us. He needs to clean all of his head joints and bed joints up, smoothing them out. This is called striking the mortar, tooling the mortar. Again, this Tender's found a spot here. He wants him to come back, and he's not going to let him leave until he does. The eyes and ears of the winners here.
All right, 8 minutes left, guys. 8 minutes to finish tooling walls. 8 minutes.
As you can hear Robert in the background, they have 8 more minutes to go through this wall and continue doing what they're doing, fixing voids, working the teamwork. We'll slide over here and you can see other masons working on the wall, doing their tooling. Anything that they can do during these last few minutes here is just extremely crucial. Presentation's a big thing, because we know what judges do as far as presentation. First impressions about it all. These guys from Houston, we appreciate y'all coming here. A little bit of a drive for them, but man, we know that it's worth it. We'll take a peek at Brad's wall here. As you can see, he's got a clean wall. He's been tooling this wall for a few minutes. We'll just kind of take a peek at it as we go down and catch up to our mason. It's something to see these walls come through after they're clean, mortar joint struck. And I'm going to kind of get out of the way because time is of essence, and I don't want to slow these guys down or knock that wall down. Again, judges eagerly awaiting these guys as they're doing their joints. I'd like to thank all of our mudslingers. A lot of these guys don't get recognition. These guys in there in the background, they do our mud toting around to the masons in the competition. They mix it, they get dirty, they do the cleaning work, and we couldn't do it without them. So we do appreciate Ranch Masonry for bringing those folks out, as well as Weston Shadrock supporting some of his guys to help us out. Again, our red shirts, our judges, keeping eyes on things, making sure that people don't cross over. Well, not necessarily cross over, but touch the wall that's not supposed to touch the wall. Won't be but just a few more minutes and we will be at a position where we'll be able to announce some winners.
Hey there.
They didn't tell you it's going to be a day off, did they? Ain't no day off here.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Oh, it's easy, yeah? No easy feat, folks. This is no easy feat. My job, easy. That job, not. Again, you can see some very clean walls. These guys are tooling it, cleaning it up. Their last minute markers here, they'll get their brush and run down the wall and sweep off the excess mortar, clean it up the best they can. At this point, tooling and cleaning is all they're able to do. Again, take a peek at our little pickup truck here.
4 minutes, 4 minutes.
I say little. That's one of our sponsors and major prizes in Vegas, the F250 Ford. Got 4 minutes left in this competition of the cleaning. As you can see, we've got all our masons counting down the minutes, filling in the voids, and of course the crowd in the background eagerly waiting to see who the winners are. Again, one nice wall here. We're looking at 600 plus brick there for sure. Let's get out here and take a peek at what they got going on. And we will be bringing your winners here shortly. It's the exciting part of this roll, is I get to see all these guys from when they started to where they finish, to where they walk on the stage for those prize checks. Beautiful day here, definitely in the 90s, which again makes this job just a little bit more challenging, meaning the temperatures, humidity, it all has something to do with the way this mortar sets up, the way that it lays, the way that it cleans up, how soon or soon you cannot strike those joints. We're gonna take a look at this wall here real quick. As you can see, after he's tooled it, on this particular side, it's got a clean wall. Definitely got a clean wall here. And we're still doing a little more cleaning here. These guys are ready to sit down and take their break.
Two minutes left.
2 minutes, not a long time, guys. 2 minutes, and we'll start our countdown to when we're going to be doing
our
judging.
boards out and scrape them off in this mud tubs out here and with the mud in them, and then put the tubs in this big. Put the mud boards on these in this big tub.
As you can see, he's sweeping down his wall. He's got it nice and smooth, clean. Any excess he's got knocked off. Presentation, it's good. Looks really good in the sense of the quality of his work. Again, these guys are no strangers to laying brick. Chad Rock and Williams. Those of you out there in and around the San Antonio market, be sure to check out the Broadway job, as we call it. 2 million brick, or I want to say right at 2 million brick these guys laid. And it's a beautiful building right downtown San Antonio, next to Pearl Brewery.
1 minute.
One more minute. As you can see, a 30-plus year veteran. He's cleaning and striking his joints, smoothing them out. He's got his brush below him there. He'll come back and sweep off the excess, clean it up that much more. Take a quick whisk, smooths out those joints, and the end result, folks, it's a nice looking clean mortar.
30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds.
And it doesn't come without a little bit of some work. 30 seconds, as you can see, these guys are getting after it. Kind of wish I could just jump right in there and help the man out, because it's just driving me crazy, because I want to get in there and help him and learn this. But these guys do not want me on their wall. 10 more seconds, guys. 10 seconds. These guys are going to be done.
3, 2,
We'll do our final judging.
That's it. Trowels up, guys.
Trowels up, guys.
Congratulations. That's the end of the Bricklayer 500 for South
All right, guys.
Congratulations,
Nice job.
guys.
Nice
Good
job.
Good job. If we could get you guys to bring your mud boards to
Everybody
the
here,
and dump them there in the,
including our
in the mud
major
tub.
sponsors.
and then put the mud board
incredible
in
day.
this
Thank you,
big
IQ
tub.
Power Tools, the
Appreciate
MCAA, Marshalltown, Multi-Quip, and of course Quick Creek, along with others, Ford, Belden Steel, Best Block. Thank you for letting us have it here at your facility. Prism, Iron Age. We appreciate everything you guys do for us. Guys cleaning up, wrapping it up, getting ready to let our judges do their final prep. And then we'll make some serious announcements here. I will say I, for one, have thoroughly enjoyed this event. Johnny, nice job. We appreciate you being here. Again, you can see our judges collaborating. This is not because they just like to talk, but this is because they want to make sure that these walls are all judged properly, consistently, and they're all looking for the same thing. So we appreciate our judges being here. They're a crucial role that we have for our bricklayer events. They may not be throwing down the bricks, but I'll assure you, these guys here, they know about it. Danny Bryant, retired man with Acme Brick. Roger, been around this, gosh, for a long time. Salesman at I-10, we do appreciate you being here, Roger. And Johnny's walking through and he's checking and judging and ensuring that some of the voids are not necessarily voids or cannot be counted as a void. So this certainly does not conclude our event, guys. Stick around for the best part, or one of the best parts, and that's the smiles, the door prizes that go away, and of course our winners that we'll announce that'll be going to Vegas. Again, if these walls are out of whack from one end to the other, it counts a few points, but our judges are here to ensure that everybody's keeping them within reason. Guys are doing what they do at the job site at the end of the day, and that's cleaning up the mud, getting ready. Gatorback Boards, one of our huge sponsors. We appreciate these guys. These little green boards you see carrying around, just one of the many tools that they use on our job sites. I'll show you something that Trey's good at, and that's washing dishes. These Gatorback boards, one of our major sponsors, something you see on job sites that are just growing every day, more and more. A lot of cases they use plywood, they use whatever they can put together, but these Gatorback boards, you can wash them, you can clean them, you can scratch them off, and gosh, you can use them over and over. Nice dishwashing job, Trey. See, kids, Dad does it too. Everybody's kind of kicking back, waiting to see who did what. What do you think about this event?
It was all right.
Did you have a good time?
Yes, sir.
You gonna be back here next year?
For sure.
All right, I'm glad. I appreciate it. We really appreciate you guys coming. Some of Grossbeck Masonry's teams. We appreciate James Grossbeck and his Grossbeck for allowing your team guys to come out here and participate once again. Well, for those that you've been understandable, but for those that have clicked on and at least check us out on the internet, we do appreciate it. Thanks for coming out here. Hold tight. Don't go any things to judge here before we announce our prizes. One of our sponsors here, SPEC MIX, Liz Grace, honored us with her presence. How are you, Liz? I'm glad you're here. No, I'm glad you came. She is one of our reps for Hydro Mobile, and these guys couldn't do it without these Masons, and these Masons couldn't do it without them. Thank you for coming. So yeah, Liz did work today. See, there she is. She did show up, guys. We'll take a walk around. It's getting a little noisy as they do the cleanup, but we just want to recognize many of the people that are here and some of the goodie bags, the bill of levels as you see for each of the winners, the Gatorback board, the Marshalltown bags, and of course, top craftsman for 500 bucks, and our SPEC MIX #1 winner is $600. Looking forward to handing that out. Stand back and take a look at this wall. It's a good looking wall from Ranch Masonry, one of the serious. These guys don't mess around, do a little videotaping. A lot of these golfers, baseball, football folks doing that. We're all doing that so we can increase our performance. All our spectators here, all the lovely spectators, thank y'all for coming out. We appreciate everybody being here. Hello guys, we appreciate y'all being here. Thank y'all very much. Ranch in the house. Come on down here, we'll take a peek at Sun State. We'd like to thank Sun State for being here. This is one crucial piece of equipment that this event wouldn't take place without. So we appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, y'all here in San Antonio?
Yes, sir.
San Antonio it is. All right, guys.
San Antonio, Buda, Austin, all over South Texas.
All right, these guys are prompt. They get us things that we need. We're glad that they're here because our Masons need them. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Just walking around over here. I don't know about you guys, but my eyes keep focusing towards this F250. And it's not because, man, I want one, but it's because, man, that's what these guys win. And every one of them are talking about it. Super nice
Hey, if we
vehicle.
could get the tenders back
Nice
in the
ride.
stalls for just a minute.
We're glad to give
the
this
brick
away.
off
Thank
the,
FORD for being one of
off
our
the boards.
super major
We
sponsors in this
appreciate that,
event.
'cause we're gonna,
Everybody's
we're gonna
starting to
moving
get back
those
to their
boards.
stalls,
So
and they're going to
appreciate
start
if you could get the tenders to come in and
standing ready.
down stack the brick off the board for us. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Guys are wrapping it up, getting ready for the judging, which is the interesting thing of our bricklayer event. Again, you see that I'm just kind of checking things out. Folks are making things happen. Tenders are down stacking the brick. A lot of this brick gets reused, guys. In this particular case, the city of Converse and the mayor have gladly decided that they would like to take the excess brick and use it here in the Converse city recreation parks and whatever else that they may need it for. And we do appreciate Converse for letting us be here. We appreciate the fire marshal for coming out and keeping an eye on things and making sure that we follow the regulations due to our natural COVID. And so far we're doing well, they're doing well. We're glad they came. We're glad they came. Follow some of our judges there, look for some of the last minute points there. How are you, Chief? Good. Thank you for letting us be here. Got a lot of brick here for you guys. Another wall from Ranch Masonry here. Get some of our fierce competitors and have been for many years. This is probably my 8th or 9th bricklayer event in the South Texas area, and I know Ranch has participated in almost, well, every one of them. So we welcome them. We appreciate Brazos Masonry, their donation of 2 teams. We really appreciate it. And as I mentioned, Ranch, David Chavez and Geronimo, definitely ones to watch as far as announcements coming up on the stage here in a minute. And you can see these guys, again, techniques that I don't usually talk about, but these guys cleaning their scaffold boards off using brick. Brick, as you know, is clean, it's sharp, gets the things off of there, gets it ready for the next gig. Those boards, we appreciate you guys, San Antonio Masonry and Steel for spotting us these boards. We do appreciate it. Definitely wouldn't take place without you guys. Again, Shadrach Williams, local Mason. We appreciate you guys coming out. Shout out to all our Masons, SPEC Masonry. We appreciate you guys, Jose, Sebastian, Ernesto, Alberto. We appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you very much. I know James promised you a day off, but it's work, man.
There's a day in heaven.
There you go.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. I like it. These guys are glad to be here, which in turn makes me glad that I've been here for the last few days. Let's just get a little bit of I'm gonna show you a little bit of an inside here. This is the wall that we've been watching. He's been tooling it for the last few minutes. 20 minutes is that. And just want to show you what this wall looks like after it's been tooled. No shoddy work here, guys. I mean, this wall is ready for moving, I would say, but it's ready for the GC to come in and say, all right, good job. What else are you doing? So we do appreciate everybody being here and doing the quality work that they could do. Thank you, Best Block, for your facility here. It's been a great facility, great opportunity to be able to host our event here once again. Again, Best Block, manufacturers of our block that we use. They're proud sponsors. Atme Brick for all the brick that they give us. Anticipation is building. Oh yeah, yes sir, definitely.
Okay guys, everything's kind of slowing up a little bit. Just make sure not to get too relaxed. Keep your little distance there. If you're not a family, whatnot, or if you got a team or group that you
guys are all helping out, cleaning up the walls.
Keep a little spread out. And Breeze is coming
ready
back.
to.
So anyway, just keep an eye on it.
Moments away from announcing these winners. Won't be long for certain.
Yes, sir.
That's cheap guy. This he wanted to didn't know but he's the one we're giving the break to. You might ask him how does he want us to stack it, or he has the white shirt right here. Ironing out details as to how to get this brick in the right hands and get these numbers on boards. Take a peek at these walls here, guys. I'm just going to walk down the main aisle here and show you just kind of what it's starting to look like here after we move out the folks, the extra people, the mud. You can see these are walls. This is what we're here about. It may not be the tallest wall, but it's a wall. Okay, guys? And these walls were done in 60 minutes. 60 minutes. Hard work. That's a 60-minute wall, guys. 60 minutes. And as you look through this event, looks like we had a lot of bricklayers here laying. In essence, we had 10 bricklayers and 10 tenders competing. Kind of a good angle going down the wall here. As you can see, he built his leads up, filled them in. Those bricks do count because of the fact that once the course is done down to here, the next 2 bricks up count. So we make sure to count all of those. Judges have answered some final questions in reference to what may or may not be going on with the walls. for a few minutes, but y'all can get the brick, right? Yeah. Okay. Competitors again eagerly waiting. Appreciate you home audience clicking in and staying with us. Our Stabila rep here, major sponsor of our events and door prizes. Not for him, these guys wouldn't be plumb. I'm sure there's other levels out there, but Stabila, been in the business for a long time. He's at every one of our events, talks to our customers. We're glad to have him here. We really appreciate Stabila Level and their support in the masonry industry. Again, families here, people practicing safe distancing, using their masks. Thank you, folks. Some of the ranch cheerleading team here, yeah? Yeah, let's hear it. All right, we're glad y'all came with us. We're glad y'all participated. We're looking for some winners.
Looks like a lot of guys are messing off, so we appreciate it.
Man, with the plan here.
Anyway.
Ranch. The anticipation is happening. You never know where the camera's gonna go, folks.
How are you?
Good, thanks for coming.
Yeah, cool.
This is what it's all about, people visiting, talking. Now they're all talking. And this is what it's about right here, guys. People networking. Everybody in the masonry industry is here having a good time. Not one person here has nothing or something to do with the masonry world, and that's kind of what's exciting about it. Some more ranch folks. These guys come all the way from Houston.
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate it, guys. Our mudslingers, again, we couldn't do it without those guys. And Best Block, some of the Best Block guys helped us out, get this event going on. They were valet guys today. Tomorrow they're making block, and they'll be making block tomorrow. And Lewis helping us out for all dispatching of everything we needed, and screaming and yelling and all the fun stuff. More of our conversations taking place about our judging. We'll focus more on the event over here as we're getting closer and closer to announcing the winners. Just a few more minutes. Again, our Fort Worth rep, Frank Cucarillo, would like to say hello to family members, folks that they at least see you're here and working. That's not water on his back, that's sweat. Again, taking a peek at this wall. Just some good looking stuff. Kind of nice to see it at an angle. From my perspective, kind of nice to come up and see what was here this morning versus now. Started with an empty parking lot. Now we have some good looking brick walls. It's been my pleasure to be here. It's my pleasure to be the voice for you guys. I hope I've done okay. I look forward to talking to you in the future. And man, I learn every time we do this. Again, a gorgeous wall. It's ranch masonry. Taking a peek back at it this way. Judges still taking last moment looks. A good looking wall we got here. Last minute preparation for our judges. You can see they're all collaborating in the tent, marking their final numbers, checking it once, checking it twice, and making sure everybody's on the same page, literally. Everybody here still rooting for their team, waiting for the final numbers. There we go. McGibbon, school teacher in Grand Prairie. Appreciate him being here. We got Sadat here. She's one of our Texas high school winners. Gonna have a career in the masonry industry. Again, we're just going to keep kind of walking on and doing our best to keep you folks interested in our event. Judging will be happening soon. We'll go over here and just to kind of take a quick peek at the judging and that out.
Minus 250 because it was 5. Yeah. That's
A little collaboration here of our judges. Bud Johnson, Manny at San Antonio Masonry. Bud Johnson, 30-year teacher, fantastic man. Again, these guys don't get paid one nickel for doing this, but yet they are the critical link in this process here. Show you just a little bit of their strategizing there. Our judges table here is getting ready to wrap it up, pick our winners. Looks like we're getting really close to our announcements. I'm being told we're just a couple of minutes away from this, not very far. Again, we'll take a peek at our F250. One of the many reasons these guys are here. Of course, again, some of our help, Frank, salesman, and Johnny Poole, his sidekick. We appreciate you being here, Johnny. Let's just take a look at the good stuff here. Check it out. Check that out. F250, just waiting to be given to one of our masons. And sending somebody to Vegas. Again, our judges talking about some of the walls that they been taking a peek at. Major sponsors: Belden, Steel, take a peek at our little stage there we got set up against the Billa. SPEC MIX, of course, Multi-Quip, Quickcrete, Marshalltown, IQ Tools, MCAA. We do appreciate it. Got a little train coming in here, so I won't compete. Back up over here and take a step back and join the crowd in the tents here to give you the bird's eye perspective as to what's going on. What she said?
Sitting you in the shade.
Of what's happening. That's what they need to have as far as the numbers. Thank you though. Just minutes away from the judging announcement of the winners.
No, hey, the support I get from him for our district competition. I mean,
Wait a minute, I got somebody talking good about me here, so I'm gonna listen to it and show the world. No, we won't do that. Some of our judges.
He supports us. He goes down and he's one of our judges.
We'll look over the shoulder of the judges here to show you that this is not just boxes and squares. We're just taking peeks here. A lot of math to it. Again, you can see what started out as nothing has turned into something. I'd say close together, if we were to stack these walls up, we'd be looking somewhere around, a good 45, 50-foot wall of brick, 30 foot long. That's pretty incredible, guys. For literally 55 minutes of work, an hour, it's quite a bit of brick. Again, folks are waiting to be able to have those gift bags handed to them. They sit up there on our stage with the stability levels and the prize money. We're minutes away. Getting everybody in the shade here, getting ready for their final announcements. We'll keep you guys on the event as the judgment's taking place.
Okay, we're riding down the road. They come by and pick up the house, pick us up, we're going somewhere.
We're super, super close to announcing our winners. Back here. Put Manny on the spot. Hey, Manny with San Antonio Mason Steel. How you doing, brother?
Doing great, brother.
I'm glad you came out to be one of my judges again.
Anytime, brother, anytime.
So what do you think of these walls out here?
We actually had some really good ones, and we've also had some really bad ones.
Some really new ones, yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
You guys got the maximum deduction, so
that's good. Well, you know, that keeps it fair for everybody.
it's got to be fair. I mean, we're on it, so we do what we do.
Well, I appreciate you coming out and doing this for me.
Anytime.
You know, then they gotta outdo each other. Oh yeah.
Again, we couldn't do it without our red shirts, and I say our red shirts meaning our judges, range from our various dealers in the market. Oops, I'm sorry, to our customers.
He's not gonna get nothing.
We'll appreciate
I'm
it.
gonna get you something.
Again, Stability, we appreciate you being here. I hadn't talked to you much today, so just wanted to say thanks for being here.
It's been good. A little warm.
It has been.
I think we're about to do the.
Yeah, I think we're about to kind of do a few honors over here in a minute. We're doing some last minute final checking with our judges, and we're just minutes away from making the announcements.
Ándale, yo que va a ir contigo, dijo que sí, go. Tiene completo.
Again, our FORD tent. Appreciate these guys coming out and supporting us. Interesting to see that not many people have left this event, meaning everyone is sticking around to see the good stuff, meaning the award presentations, the congratulatory conversations take place, of course. All of our judges here meeting up and making sure that they're all collaborating on the same page and to get those guys lined out. Right now our judges are doing a little collaborating on a couple of walls. We are actually neck and neck for best craftsman. So
we've got two potential craftsmen here. We've got
Carson Juan here.
Craftsmen here. So we've got two walls that have at least 500 brick laid with 0 deductions. So we've let our judges here decide on what they think is the most sellable wall.
Excellent. Don't really see that in every one of our events, guys, but you know what? What a thing to have. I mean, two walls that are excellent, two walls that are tied for best craftsman. Unbelievable. We'll talk more about this as we come across it, but it sounds like what we have here is a tie, and our judges are taking their final look for their final vote. Leroy, ex-Mason, salesman for Beck's Block, truly understands the industry. Bud Johnson, 30-year masonry school teacher. Carson Juan, many years with Quick Creek SPEC Mix in the Oklahoma market. Roger Smelter, over 30 years in the masonry industry. These guys, when it comes to answering questions, they know what they're doing. Danny Bryant right here, retired Acme Brick, advisor for the SAMCA, doing a little consulting. You got Victor from Harlingen and Sadat from Harlingen, giving their input, wearing his Cardinal trade mask there. Good to see you supporting the school, Harlingen High School. Looks like our judges are collaborating, coming up with what they think is going to be the winning best craftsman. Let's see what we come up with. Taking a peek at one of the walls that's being considered as our top craftsman wall. And you got to wonder, what a craftsman wall is supposed to look like. Well, you're looking at it, guys. Look at this wall. 1 hour's worth of work. And these are the walls that you get, gentlemen. Let's come over here and we'll take a peek at another wall. Considered one of the top walls. Judges are making their final decisions on craftsmen. It's the first event where we've had a nail biter here in a sense of we have an actual tie on the best craftsman. And again, folks, craftsman is walls with the least amount deductions. And if we have deductions with other walls, we start kind of counting them down from there. There's a scientific method that don't really want to go into for all the viewers, but to know that the craftsman wall, meaning it's just that. It's a very craftsman oriented, clean, nice level wall. Beautiful wall. Looking at some serious competitors here. Thank you for being here. Final tallies are being discussed and talked about, and looks like Robert is about to do our announcement, so we'll get to a position here in a moment to where we can talk about that. Again, we'll take a peek at the oversides of the facility here and our brick walls. Again, these walls took place in 1 hour. We'll be announcing the winners here momentarily. It's about what I would say go time to announce these winners. We getting close here.
We're getting almost there. Almost there. Couple
All right.
questions.
Yeah, good idea.
All right, folks. Moment y'all been waiting for. We got the judges' rules in. We got the judges judging in here. So we got all our teams out there. Everybody ready?
Robert here about to make the announcements. We'll kind of stand by
Now,
and
third place.
watch as we get going on here.
Shadrock and Williams, booth number 6 with 560 brick. Third place.
Third place, Shadrock Williams, local competitor here, a leader in the industry here in San Antonio. Shadrock Williams, we appreciate you guys putting in a team. We appreciate you doing business with us. And more than anything, we appreciate you staying in the masonry industry and continuing the education.
You get a Marshall towel tool bag, a Spiller level, and then you get some back boards. Congratulations. Boards.
Nice job, guys.
Congratulations.
We'll have these folks take a few pictures. We like seeing our local guys come here and win up. Shadrock and Williams. These guys did a little practicing this week, and here they are, taking home a little money. And of course, our photographer. Want to make sure that we publicize these guys.
Congratulations, guys. Way to go. Good job.
Got to announce our second place.
All right. We got second place. Breakdown. Second place is Ranch Masonry. 636 brick.
Ranch Masonry.
Ramirez and Ricardo Trevino. Congratulations.
630 brick. And the cheering squad. This is Ranch Masonry out of Houston, Texas. Second place. 630 brick.
Second place.
Nice job, guys. Nice job. Nice job. And we got their support, of course.
Back boards, mud boards, and Marshalltown tool bag and a Marshalltown trowel. Some goodies in the
Again,
bag
our winners. Second place.
These guys have gone to nationals before.
630. Been in Vegas. They've competed. They've taken second place here.
Congratulations, guys.
Appreciate it, guys. It's good to see these guys show up here. And again, Carson ready with that top Craftsman Award, which is a super sweet trophy for the wall. Check. It's a good looking trowel for the wall. I assure you it won't be in the tool bag.
Second place. All right. Oh, that's we already did second place. All right. So the next
About to
one's
do-
Craftsman.
about to do the
which
Craftsman
is like
Award.
the second place. With 560 brick, the guys that were already up here, Shadrock and Williams.
Shadrock and Williams, best craftsman. Incredible. Nice job, guys. Got Shadrock and Williams back in the house again. Good job, guys.
Best Craftsman.
Best craftsman. So our third place winner and our best craftsman. Hey, give me some, brother. Give me some. There you go. Good job, man. That's our best craftsman, which is more or less, you know, the best wall here in the sense of no deductions.
That is $500 cash check. Another
500
straw,
bucks.
Gatorback mud boards, Marshalltown
Mud
trowel,
boards.
Marshalltown bag, but it's a custom engraved Marshalltown trowel for this particular honor. So congratulations, guys.
Put this down here, buddy.
And again, our best craftsman. Something else, guys, right there. Take that to the bank there, Weston Shadrock. There you go. Good job. We appreciate Shadrock and Williams being here. A huge leader in the industry. And again, winner of many, many Golden Trowel Awards here in San Antonio, Austin Market. We look forward to having these guys back.
Way to go.
Thank you very much, guys.
That's two prizes.
Two prizes, Weston Shadrock. Yes, sir. We'll watch his team, his workers, his coaches, his guys, owners of the company. Good job, guys. What's up, brother?
Ranch Masonry, Jamie Chavez, and John back.
Ranch Masonry, a winner of our first place. That would be this wall you see behind me. The cheerleaders in front of. These guys right here. Our first place winners. Good job, guys. Good job.
500 tattoo on his forearm. He used that when he wanted. He got that when he wanted Vegas.
Hey, show us that tattoo.
Been to Vegas before. Just competed and won. Drove a truck away. Decided to get a little ink on the arm on the way home. There you go. Show off that muscle.
2018.
There you go. 2018, and now he's going again to compete June 2021. Here we go.
Yep, we're here. This
Outstanding.
$600 cash. Okay, of course,
Guys, it's something to win first place at any of our regional events, okay? First place at any of our regional events is a big deal. But for these guys to go to Vegas, not only this time, but been there before and have won. They've won the Bucks. They drove away with the truck. We appreciate him. He's got his COVID-19 mask on, and we appreciate that. Staying safe.
Smile, guys. You're going to Vegas. Smile.
Smile for the senoritas.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go. Look at that nice prize check. We've watched this guy all day. Nice job, guys. We really, really appreciate everything you've done. Again, guys, we appreciate you coming to our event. This is one outstanding turnout of folks. Some of our judges of the local market here. Every one of these folks from San Antonio. Thanks to our judges, Roger, Danny, Leroy, thank you very much. Drip. And our Harlingen folks. Thank you, Scott, future Mason here. And of course, 30-year plus Mason teacher.